Welcome to Battleborn 101, Gear. I'm going to go over the basics of the gear systems in Battleborn here, with the specific gear types in their own videos. There are 5 rarities of gear. From lowest to highest they are white commons, green uncommons, blue rares, purple epics, and orange legendaries, which I like to call Legos. The rarity of a piece of gear will determine its shard cost range, as well as the number and activation of effects. Every rarity, except for legendaries, can have negative effects, which will make the piece of gear cheaper to activate in a match. For whites, it'll make them free. As far as effects go, whites will have one stat that is buffed upon activation. Greens will have that one stat upon activation plus a conditional stat that is different from the primary stat. Blues will have their secondary conditional stat that is the same as the first stat. Purples will have 2 stats that are permanent once the gear is activated in match. Legos will have 2 permanent stats and a 3rd special effect that may or may not also affect stats and may or may not be conditional. Each type of gear is manufactured by 4 of the 5 factions, and the conditionals will be determined by that, as well as the negative effect that is possible for that piece of gear. Legendaries are not bound by these 2 rules. And that wraps it up for the basics regarding gear. Next up will be specifics regarding each gear type. Here's the answers to some frequently asked questions about gear I get from newbies. Gear does not disappear from your bank when you use it. When you add gear to your bank, it will be there until you sell it. Don't feel the need to empty your bank or sell gear because it's full or getting there. Any additional gear you acquire after that will still be there, you just won't be able to see it until you make room. So don't feel pressured if you're not ready to decide what to toss, or if you're waiting to increase your bank space. You can use the same piece of gear in multiple loadouts. A piece of gear isn't removed from your bank because it is in a loadout. You cannot have more than one of the same primary stat in the same loadout. You can have as many of the same secondary and tertiary stats as you desire though.